Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust. Serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dedito. Always open, always local.
It's definitely concerning. They've been a great partner for us over the last 30 years.
Ahead on primetime, the ongoing threats out of North Korea have led to a major airline pulling out on its services to Guam. Plus, students at Guahan Academy Charter School finally getting back to class. And multiple incidents of prison contraband services back to back to back.
Today and good evening.
President Donald Trump is preparing to address the United Nations General Assembly for the first time in his presidency, just as controversy erupts over his handling of North Korea. His trip comes after his latest tweet, after he appeared to mock North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un, apparently referring to him as Rocket Man and suggesting sanctions are already working.
The threats also having more impacts closer to home. Today, a major announcement from Delta Airlines in what may be a big blow to the already declining Japanese market. The long-serving carrier saying it will stop service to Guam in January. Nestor Laconta reports.
Delta says demand is simply no longer strong enough to sustain the route. The airline, which merged with Northwest in 2008, has served the Japan-Guam route for decades. January 8th will mark the last flight. GVB Vice President Tony Muñoz.
I mean, it's definitely concerning. They've been a great partner for us over the last 30 years, and I believe that in adversity there is opportunity. Not a time of panic, but it's a time for everybody to come together and to really put our best foot forward.
Always sensitive to global events, Japanese arrivals are down 9% since the North Korean missile threat. Japan was trending downward even before then, but GVB remains confident of a rebound.
We do believe that there is still demand to come to Guam.
The strategy is to refocus on new Japanese segments and other markets, such as Korea, which remains strong with a 4.3% increase last month.
Definitely, I think in market diversification is what's needed, not only in Japan, but also throughout all of our source markets.
The Delta pullout, though, means an annualized loss of an estimated 100,000 seats. Even low-cost carrier HK Express is delaying next month's scheduled launch of Nagoya flights. With only United and Japan Airlines remaining, tourism officials hope to attract new carriers through a strategic airline incentive program. With their work cut out for them, GVB is concerned about recent budget cuts.
I think that having those additional funds is now, is needed now more than ever to combat some of the issues that we are facing.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Laconto.
It's back to class for hundreds of middle and high school students at the Guahan Academy Charter School today.
This after the new facility in Tizon was cleared to open over the weekend. Isa Baza has more.
13 lost instructional days, but the Guahan Academy Charter Middle and High School campus finally reopened Monday morning. This after the school was shut down by the Department of Public Works 2 weeks ago for operating the school's first day of classes without an occupancy permit in place. Parents Arnold Murado and Leonard Torrey could be seen waiting in line to pick up their children Monday afternoon.
Kind of disappointed that it's taking a little bit longer, but I'm happy because I do like the school. They focus more on the kids because less students. So basically, I'm pretty happy.
I'm glad that it's open.
But while many parents are elated that classes are finally back in session, for parent Vicky Miyazato, it's too little, too late. She decided to withdraw her 15-year-old daughter today due to concerns with the school's delayed opening. The family had moved to Guam earlier this year after more than a decade in the States in order for their daughter to attend high school here in Guam, with GAX being the only school that would accept all of her credits at the sophomore level.
She wanted to immerse herself in being here in Guam, and learning our culture and going to school. And this is like a really big, big thing, it's really a big disappointment for her.
As for any remaining issues at the school, DPW Building Inspection and Permits Administrator Joseph Guevara confirmed the school now has a partial occupancy permit following an inspection Sunday afternoon. The max capacity for the school was capped at 362 students. However, Guevara noted that a second portion of the teasing campus has yet to receive an occupancy permit and may do so at a later date. As for makeup days, the school has identified at least 9 out of the 13 instructional days lost so far. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
Meth, marijuana, and illegal fireworks. A week-long drug investigation down south led investigators to 4 people who are now under arrest. Frank Anthony Babalta, Ines Gerald Tainatongo, Patrick Menel Santiago, and Michelle Tainatongo Santiago are charged with illegal possession of a Schedule 1 and 2 controlled substance. Tainatongo is additionally charged with illegal possession of explosives. It all started on Friday. Officers raided an Agate home, finding pot and other drug paraphernalia. Court documents state the homeowner admitted to where he purchased the drugs, which led investigators to 2 other homes in Maritzo. During those search warrants, police found 1.2 grams of the drug ice and 9 grams of marijuana. ATF agents were also called after explosives were found inside one of the homes. Authorities also found a glass pipe with drug residue inside a parked car. The 2 Santiagos have been released on a $10,000 performance bond. No word on bail set for the other 2 at this time.
The 27 grams of crystal meth originated from Las Vegas, Nevada. 30-year-old Eli Quintanilla is being held on a $50,000 cash bail after appearing before a Superior Court judge over the weekend. He is charged with importation of a Schedule 2 controlled substance, conspiracy to import and possess the drug, and attempted possession with the intent to deliver. We told you about the Agate man's arrest after police intercepted a suspicious package mailed to the Garden Villa Hotel in Tumon last week. Court documents state hotel staff received the item after he checked out of the hotel. It was partially torn and staff could see its contents wrapped in duct tape. They called police and a drug detector dog was used to sniff it out. Inside was the drug ice, street valued at more than 10 grand. Quintanilla was picked up at a hotel nearby. He also has a pending 2015 drug case and is additionally charged with a special allegation for committing a felony while on pre-trial release. He is scheduled to return to court on September 20.
Guam police are trying to get to the bottom of recent contraband incidents happening just this past weekend. Investigators first responded to a report of contraband at Erica's house Saturday morning. Police say a package that was wrapped with duct tape was found outside the passenger side of the DEPCOR transport van. Inside was 2 cell phones and tobacco. The van was at Erica's house because DEPCOR had brought a prisoner there to visit his children per court order. Then later that day, an inmate found contraband in a load of laundry at the Manila prison. Police say a small plastic bag, which you see there with crystal-like substance, was found by an inmate assigned to laundry detail at Post 6. The drugs were confiscated.
They apparently keep on coming. Authorities say a woman called DOC Central Control around midday to report a package being thrown into the buffer zone but behind the Post 7 housing unit today. The witness reported seeing a tall man with a small build getting out of a white sedan before he threw the package over the outer perimeter fence. Officers got a hold of the package, which contained 4 cell phones and tobacco. This case has been handed over to the Guam police to investigate as well.
Though an autopsy was performed late last week, no final word from the chief medical examiner on DEPCOR detainee Justin Menel's cause and manner of death. Menel was found brutally beaten and hogtied earlier this year. Prior to passing away this last week, Menel was able to ID his alleged attackers, using a photo lineup of other men housed in Post 6. He ID'd Jeremiah Sazaki and Albert Santos II. Peter Guinness was also charged in connection to Menel's beating. Dr. Aurelio Espinolo tells KUAM there appears to be a difference in opinion as to how Menel died, and he will first have to meet with prosecutors before certifying his autopsy report. Meanwhile, the Attorney General's office is reviewing the case to determine if a superseding indictment will follow.
Another clergy sex abuse lawsuit filed in the District Court of Guam today. 48-year-old MIQ alleges he was sexually molested and raped by Father Louis Brouillard. Like other Brouillard accusers, MIQ alleges the priest would make the boys swim naked at Lawnfit River and reward them with McDonald's. On another occasion, MIQ alleges the priest raped him in the rectory. As he was putting his clothes on and about to run home scared, he recalls seeing the priest rape another boy too. MIQ is suing for $10 million. His civil suit comes as parties for both plaintiffs and defendants continue to discuss protocol for mediation talks. Clergy sex abuse cases filed in the district court have until Tuesday to provide an update to Chief Judge Francis Tedinko Gatewood. A hearing on cases filed in the Superior Court of Guam, meanwhile, is set for September 26.
Defense for former Gura attorney Mark Smith and co-defendant Glenn Wong will make a second try at a motion for mistrial at issue, an email the government showed to jurors last week. Attorney David Lujan tells KUAM, quote, "I must zealously and efficiently represent my client, and because of the government's showing of an unadmitted evidence to the jury that has interfered with the attorney-client relationship and caused prejudice to Mr. Smith and to me as a lawyer." That email disclosed Lujan's past position as former Gura legal counsel, also alleged to have conflicts as Section 8 landlord. He anticipates filing the motion tonight. Trial resumes on Tuesday.
We brought you the story on social media on Saturday, the legislature rejecting the governor's veto of the fiscal year 2018 budget in an 11-4 override during the weekend session. Governor DeCalvo expressed his disappointment, saying in part, quote, "This administration will continue to fight the good fight. We will work to make sure our people are taken care of, even if the budget makes it harder to do so," end quote. Senator Jim Espaldon voted in favor.
If you see a windfall of extra revenue coming to the government, then that might be the time to appropriate it out, but not before then.
Senator Mike St. Nicholas voted in opposition.
The statements made earlier about potential windfalls in this government confound me, because our circumstances are anything but that which would render a windfall possible.
The government's budget approved is $959 million.
Lawmakers will meet this week to discuss the upcoming session agenda. The Committee on Rules is set to meet at the Guam Congress Building Public Hearing Room on Wednesday to consider what legislative items will go on this month's agenda. The meeting begins at 2 p.m.
Stick around for more news here on Primetime.
You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
When we face an uncertain path, when we struggle with life's challenges, and when the unexpected happens, it's a beautiful day. We rely on the people we trust, it's a beautiful, who we can always count on. And the ones who give us the most care throughout the years. Rely on Calvo's Select Care to give you the comfort and security you need. It's a beautiful day. Wherever you are. Gov Guam employees, retirees, and survivors, enroll today.
Activate a new account at IT&E and get double data on the network that gives you more.
It's Hyundai's Kickoff the Savings event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Score big, save big with the all-new redesigned Hyundai Sonata Hybrid. Gain those extra yards with up to 45 miles per gallon highway and an introductory savings of $4,500. Or check out Guam's best offensive line, like a new Accent starting at $11,995, or the new Elantra starting at $16,995. How about the new Tucson starting at $19,995? Plus, every new Hyundai gets Guam's best warranty. It's Hyundai's Kickoff the Savings event at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
The proposed firing range at Ritidian Letexen won't just affect the lands they're going to sit on, but the waters out below the cliffline as well.
Today, KUAM's Valerie Maige took a boat trip out by those waters to see the issue firsthand.
This is pretty scary to me. I mean, I think that, most of the time I'm in this zone when I'm fishing, and a stray bullet can just fly out of nowhere. I don't know. I'll still fish, but it's just another dangerous part of fishing on Guam, I suppose.
UOG biology professor Dr. Jason Biggs is an advocate for traditional fishery knowledge and practice, so you can understand why he is deeply concerned about the island's marine systems and eco-habitats. Biggs, along with Senator Will Castro and several local fishermen, took us to the northern tip of the island for an in-depth look at the military's proposed firing range and how it will affect accessibility off Guam's waters. Areas familiar to local fishermen: Rhoda Banks, 45 Degrees, Taragi, and the NOAA wave buoys. The only way to get there is by passing through and around the proposed firing range's potentially limited access. Local fisherman Felix Regis expressed his disappointment.
Been doing this for a long time. It's just unfortunate that the planned firing range is over there, and although I'm sure that they're trying to mitigate any issues of bullets flying over the berm, would you drive your boat underneath when they're firing? I wouldn't. That's the scary part.
The proposed live firing range has an area that extends out over the waters. The max range for the kill zone of a .50 caliber bullet is approximately 5 miles out from shore and 3 miles wide. That's 15 square miles and 9,600 acres of ocean space. It's prime areas that could be limited for local fishermen trying to get a catch. But Biggs also says this brings up environmental concerns.
With the amount of lead that's put out here, I don't know how many munitions or what types they plan on using here, but I know that we have no idea what depleted uranium does with the heavier rounds, and lead we know is a really bad thing for environmental concerns.
Island residents have not been quiet about the Latexan area. Multiple protests have been held in opposition to the firing range, but the protests haven't stopped the Navy's recent $78 million contract to build a facility on 7 acres of pristine land. Castro, who organized the boat trip, says one cannot understand the impact unless they've actually been out here.
The power of science and the power of context that really brings it home, even for the United States, when discussing issues before this great Chamorro nation.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Valerie Maige.
They are the front lines when it comes to securing our island's borders. And in order to validate the existing Port of Guam security plan, Assistant Port Police Chief and Maritime Security Committee Co-Chair Chris Roberto said a week-long maritime exercise was held in collaboration with the U.S. Navy last week.
We have grown over the years our capabilities at the port to receive commerce and send out transshipments have increased tenfold. And so the Port Police is now stepping up to the plate and providing the additional level of law enforcement presence and security so that our commerce and whatever it is that our island residents receive are safe and secure.
He says the area denial training exercise is essential to security preparedness, and he hopes to begin holding these exercises quarterly.
Well, signing up to serve our country and our island, a mass enlistment ceremony was held at the Guard's Readiness Center in Barrigada on Sunday. Hundreds of families and friends gathered as a total of 20 airmen took the oath of enlistment. Guam National Guard's Assistant Adjutant General Brigadier General Johnny Lizama administered the oath. Military officials say this represents the beginning of more growth for the Air National Guard nationally, but specifically for the Guam Air National Guard's future missions.
In a moving and beautiful tribute to their deceased loved ones, hundreds of floating lanterns were placed in the water on Saturday night as part of an event hosted by the Guam Nikkei Association. The group hosted its annual lantern floating ceremony at the Governor's Joseph Flores Memorial Beach Park in Tumon. The ceremony is symbolic of an event meant to give respect and honor to loved ones that have passed on in the spirit of love, harmony, understanding, and Inaf Malik.
And if you didn't make it out there this weekend, there's still time to check out the artwork displayed at this year's Guam Art Exhibit in Tumon. GAX is collaborating with Powwow International to put on the exhibit's 10th show. Powwow Guam is featuring a series of large-scale public art murals throughout Guam in conjunction with the Lieutenant Governor's Island-wide Beautification Task Force, featuring the talent of local artists alongside world-renowned visiting artists. You can check out the artwork now at the Plaza in Tumon for the rest of this month.
It was a first ever for Guam. Dozens of mothers taking part in the Breastfeeding World Photo Project at the Laddystone Park on Sunday. The project started in New York City as a photography project to encourage and support parents in their breastfeeding journey. It's since grown across the nation, and Guam is now the second out of the country to get involved, right behind Ecuador. The images will be shared on the Breastfeeding World's website and their social media pages.
Your favorite finger-looking good chickens, well, that's a bit of a tongue twister there. Now it's more accessible to you. This morning, a ribbon cutting and blessing ceremony was held for the newly renovated KFC in Manila. The central location offers a more modernized look for customers. KFC has 7 locations all over the island: Anigua, Dededo, GPO, Micro Mall, Tamuning, Jigo, and Manila.
Sports is next, but first, your island weather.
From the network that brought you up to 3 times more data comes the dawn of a new data. The epic story of Guam's only network brave enough to give 10 free gigs of bonus data on every line every month to customers who bundle their services. Reviewers are calling the offer totes awesome. Best deal ever. And yes.
Visit gta.net for details.
There's a reason why you keep going. When it's your own hard work that brought you to this point. You do everything to protect what you've earned. Because every move that brings you closer to your goals leaves you no excuse but to keep moving forward. This is what makes you an alpha.
The Down Syndrome Association of Guam exists to support families of individuals with Down syndrome. We're a group of parents who have children with Down syndrome and know the joys and challenges of raising them. For more information about the health, development, and education of a child or adult with Down syndrome, please contact Vicky Ariola at 472-6114.
Want a real taste of New York? The Big New Yorker tempts you with freshly made dough rolled into 16 inches of foldable crust. It's handmade to perfection with a sweet marinara sauce and your favorite topping. And at 30% larger than our large, the Big New Yorker is only $10.99 for one topping. Bring together your family and friends for a Big New Yorker party. Each pizza is just $10.99 with one topping. The Big New Yorker, so close you can taste it. Only at your Island Pizza Hut.
The Cheers Guam Series presents the largest wine event of the year, WineFest 2017. Enjoy an evening with over 150 wines from around the world on Friday, October 6th, as the Hyatt Regency Ballroom transforms into an international wine extravaganza. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. General admission tickets are $66 and are available at the Hyatt Deli and all 76 Circle K locations. Super premium tickets are $180 and are available at the Hyatt Deli. Purchase your tickets today. Must be 21 years or older to attend. Savor the wines of the world at WineFest 2017. KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Off a day, Marianas, Guahusi, Chris Lunes, woohoo! Hey, my man Dave Delgado on a leave for the next couple weeks, so we're going to be spending some quality time with each other, okay? And congrats to Dave and Bang for the birth of their beautiful baby girl, Luna Rose. So it's a Luna Lunis. And today's show, football! So let's kick it off here with the Russians invading Guam. Third annual Pacific Rim Sun Bowl featuring the Blaze Cats out of Japan and the Cobras out of Russia. Konnichiwa and Das Vidanya ladies. Cobras dropped game 1 of the Sun Bowl to the Island Stunners, 22-6 at Eagles Field. Cobras in blue here facing Team Legacy representing the Bud Light Women's Tackle Football League. Legacy, the 6-time BLW TFL champs, joined by some players from the visiting Japan Team Legacy. With the kickoff, number 10, Paige Serber with her hair down. She plays both footballs, football and football. Running down the Cobras receiver, getting the takedown with a couple teammates here. Cobras with the ball, attempting to hack this game like an election. Sorry, had to. The pass, Island of Thieves, stolen by Cerber. She'll run it back going end zone as Team Legacy takes the lead. Legacy again here, toss in the backfield to Gia Sarasol, putting the brakes on. Move, get out the way. To paraphrase Ludacris, another TD for Team Legacy as they go on to blank the Cobras 22-0 from Guam with love. The game called early due to lightning, but it was the Cobras who got thunderstruck here with the Helena Garcia power run for the TD. The league looking to expand the friendship games to the PI and possibly Russia too, so we'll keep you posted on that. Interscholastic Football League action now. JFK Islanders at Guam High Panthers. Guam High QB Rashawn Jacobs putting the Panthers on the board with a QB keeper for a TD. Panthers leading 8-0, but JFK's Alan Blen leading the green and gold to 29 unanswered points, with Jonah Hahn, Justin Camacho, and Chase Potansky each going TD in the JFK win, 29-8. Other IFL action, G-Dub Geckos 34-14 over the Sharks. Friars win big, 45-0 over Southern. And Tijan blanks the Ukadu Bulldogs 24-0. NFL action now. The Atlanta Falcons breaking in their new stadium, Mercedes-Benz Park, against the Packers. First regular season game here for the Dirty Birds, looking to rise up and go 2-0 against Aaron Rodgers and company. First drive of the game, 3rd and goal. Devontae Freeman with the head down touchdown. Now the celebration, swishing on you, Hotlanta. 7-up Falcons knocking on heaven's door. Freeman, Talumbiahi. One more time, Falcons left for Freeman as the Falcons win big at Benzo over the Pack. 34-23, another TD. Tevin Coleman here for Atlanta. Aaron Rodgers, sad eyes turn the other way. All right, let's do it with NFL scores. Panthers 9-3 over the Bills at home. The Bucks over the Bears 29-7. Steelers 26-9 over the Vikings. Colts, it's the curse of Zach Banner, lose to the Cardinals 13-16. Patriots 36-20 over the Saints. Ravens 24-10 over the Browns. Chiefs, yes, 27-20 over the Eagles. And the Titans 37-16 over the Jags. Raiders, yes, Raiders 45-20 over the Jets. Dolphins 19-17 over my Niall Steve's Chargers. Broncos win big at home 42-17 over the Cowgirls. And the Seahawks 12, Niners 9. Redskins 27-20 over the Rams. And of course we saw Sunday Night Football there. The Dirty Birds for my cousin JT 34-23 over the Cheeseheads. Hey, you guys have a great lunes. My name's Chris. Adios.
Put $500 in your backpack during Nissan's Back to School Relief event. Purchase a new Nissan with payments starting as low as $76 per pay period and get $500 cash back. School supplies, uniforms, lunches, load it all up in a new Nissan, including the kids. With payments starting as low as $76 per pay period and with $500 cash back, you get an A+. For more back to school deals, go to NissanGuam.com or see your favorite sales associate at Nissan Upper Tumon.
48 hours. That's all we get in a week. But those 48 hours, we try to make them last forever. How? By filling them fast with all the right stuff. With a lot of laughter, a little drama, some adventure, and a whole lot of love.
Dad, Mom's here.
It happens pretty quick.
Bye, Dad.
But it's cool. Because the rest of the week, we talk about our plans.
You want to go to the beach?
On how to make the next 48 hours last us a lifetime.
Been waiting for the best deals on a new car? Now is the time to buy during Triple J Auto Group's anniversary celebration going on in September. Get unbelievable deals on our full 2017 inventory of Hondas, Mazdas, Acuras, Fords, Kias, Lincolns, and Volvos. 0 down, 1.9% financing plus a $500 Kmart gift certificate. Check out deals like the Kia Sportage as low as $161 per paycheck, or the Mazda 6 or Honda Civic both at only $169 per paycheck. Get pre-approved instantly at TripleJGuam.com. Trade-ins welcome. Some conditions apply. Triple J, 33 years of putting customers first.
Welcome back. 11 contestants are in the running for Miss World Guam 2017. The pageant is scheduled for Tuesday, September 26th at the Sheraton Laguna Guam Resort. You can also vote for the People's Choice Award by heading over to the Miss World Guam Facebook page and clicking like on the contestant's photo. Voting ends on Sunday, September 24 at 6 p.m.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Coldstone Creamery Birthday Club.
Happy 14th birthday, Jodianne, Monet, Gumabon. Love the family.
Eric, Michael, Wencesla, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Cecilia Quintanita and Guaita Hao from the family.
Landon, Jesse, Perez, Castro, happy 11th birthday. Love Mommy and your 7 siblings.
Happy birthday to you, Janet Cabrera Regis.
And happy belated birthday to Amber, Francine, Leon Guerrero, wishing our little Bambi a happy sweet 16th birthday. Love the entire family.
Happy birthday, Leanne, Pareto, George. Happy birthday to my beautiful and loving wife and mother. Have a blessed and wonderful birthday. Love your husband, Josh, your son, Caleb, and the family.
Landon Jude Cundiff, happy 4th birthday to our little king Landon Jude. Love Mommy, Daddy, Zay, Maya, Anna, Malia, and Raya.
Happy birthday, Marie Rasmussen Borja. Also, shout out to our friend Bryce and his grandma who's watching KUAM right now.
Right. Remember, you can be a part of the Coldstone Creamery Birthday Club. Just register online at KUAM.com. Include your photo, your name, and your birthday.
And that's going to do it for us here on the News Desk.
Good night.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.
Hafa day, everybody. Jason Salas here, and welcome back to the Work Week, and welcome to KUAM News Extra.